All right. Okay. So here is to the new dev blog that came out today on October 4th regarding new ships. And the first thing I saw on the top is aircraft carrier. Great. So World of Warships is telling us that update 1210 is going to bring 3 new ships: American aircraft carrier Independence, Pan Asian cruiser. When I first see that, it looks like Tijuana, but it's Tianjin, I guess. And then American battleship Rhode Island. Okay. When are we going to get like the Washington or the New Jersey or one of those American battleships? If you're going to keep on giving us American battleships, when are we going to get one of those? Any of those would be fantastic. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. American aircraft carrier Independence Tier 6. A fast light aircraft carrier built on the hull of a Cleveland-class cruiser. 9 of them entered service in 1943, taking active part in all Navy operations in the Pacific during the last 2 years of World War II. Independence will join Yorktown and Essex as a part of the upcoming U.S. aircraft carrier tech tree line. I guess this is going to be the, what do they call them, support carrier line, I suppose. The ship's armed with torpedo bombers, which need less time to reach the optimal spread when dropping torps compared to other carriers, especially the American carriers that already exist in branch. A single torpedo deals relatively low damage but enjoys high speed. So essentially you got high speed, low damage torps that you can get a tight spread on. That's what I'm hearing there. Independence also equipped with attack aircraft, which fire a large number of HE rockets that have a good chance to start fires. Okay. As for the ship's dive bombers, relatively low pin and fire chance values, but there are numerous bombs per attacking flight. Okay. All right, so we're going to have, I'm assuming HE bombs, since they're saying low pin and fire chances. The ship will have access to 1 standard squadron torpedo bombers and 2 tactical squadrons attack aircraft and dive bombers, which will have jet assisted takeoff. Okay. Additionally, it can call upon a patrol fighter, which can lock on quickly to enemy squadrons but suffers from relatively low spotting range, similar to Bairn's fighter. As a result, they take more of a defensive and interceptive role. It will not have access to the smoke curtain generator. Interesting. Let's look at the parameters of the ship. 40,000 health. There's your airstrike. Wow, airstrike only gets 1 bomb in the payload. Interesting. What else do we have here? You got your AA defense, maximum speed 31.6, turning radius 820, rudder shift 10, concealment on the surface 9.9. So you'll be around like 8.9 or 9. So this is a stealthy carrier. Attack aircraft. You got 1270 health. Thing can go up to 193 knots. Let's see what we get. You get size of attacking flight 5, aircraft per squadron 5. So this is going to be like the Russians. Number of aircraft on deck 5. Rockets in payload 6. So you're getting 30 rockets per salvo, with a 1900 rocket damage. So what's 1900 times 30? Is that like 57,000, I think? That's a whole lot of HE rocket damage goodness coming somebody's way. You ought to be able to smack broadside battleships for what? If you can hit them with a bunch of those, I mean, what, 10, 15,000 maybe? And a fire or 2. Okay. Torpedo bombers, more health, only 150 knots. So what do you get here? You get 2 aircraft in an attacking flight, 8 in a squadron. Pretty decent restoration time, or reasonable restoration time. 1 torp in the payload, so you're only getting 2 torps, but you're getting 2 torps that you can aim quickly and have high speed. And let's see what the high speed means. 43 knots. That's decent. And low damage, 4367. Yeah, that's not super high for damage. So yeah, there's that. What else? That's the only other thing of note. Dive bombers. You got 2400 health, 152 knots. So let's see what you get here. You get 6 aircraft per attacking flight and 6 in the squadron. So again, like the Russians. How many bombs? 1 bomb in the payload. So that's only 6 bombs. They talked like it was going to have numerous bombs. I wouldn't call 6 numerous necessarily. But, okay. So up to 6 bombs. What do these things do? They pin 42 millimeters. They have a 35% fire chance, 6,200 damage. So, okay. I mean, I can see... I don't think you're going to be hitting all of these bombs at once, though. But, I mean, you can get some reasonable hits with them. And let's see what we've got. For consumables, typical damage control and a fighter. Yeah, that's it. So, the main thing of note there is that the attack aircraft and the dive bombers are more like Russian carriers. Now, let's come up to the Pan-Asian cruiser. The Tianjin, Tier 9, armed with 9 220 millimeter main battery guns. Why does this look a lot like something similar to a Petro, something along those lines? Good ballistics accuracy and shell pin, but deal low damage per minute. Okay, has good armor and a large HP pool, but low maneuverability. Okay, good positioning is essential to unlock her full potential. Since maneuverability is lacking, it might not be easy to escape unfavorable situations. Okay. Consistently landing your salvos from a medium distance will be considered optimal gameplay for this ship. However, good survivability helps the ship take more damage than the average cruiser. So let's see what that means. 50,000 health, which is not too bad for Tier 9. You got 9 220s with a 19.3 range. That's pretty good. 14% fire chance, Russian flat shell arcs, it looks like. 17.5 reload time. And you are at Tier 9, so you can get that down by, what is it, 16% or 12% or whatever that is. What else? We are doing... I lost my place there. Reload. There's your airstrike. 2 bombs in the payload, not a big deal. Secondaries, no biggie. AA defense, that's all a myth. Number of explosions in a salvo is 5. Okay. Maximum speed, 33.5 knots. Turning circle, 920. Typical Russian stuff. 13.4 second rudder. Concealment of 14.9. That means you're going to get down to what, about low 12s, 12.1, 12.2 maybe, something like that. Okay, and what are we going to get for consumables? You're going to get a fast damage control team, which has charges. Okay, you're going to get a repair party, which we already know those have charges. You're going to get a fighter plane, and you're going to get a spotter plane. You have to choose between those. Yes, pretty standard spotter plane. So, yeah, I mean, We'll have to look and see if we can figure out what this is patterned after, but I swear it looks Russian to me. All right. Lastly, American battleship Rhode Island. Tier 10. I see quadruple turrets. Are there no turrets in the back? I can't tell if there are turrets in the back or not. It's not difficult to tell. But if you got 8 turrets like that, if those are the only turrets, then those might be 16-inch shells, but I can't help but wonder if these might be smaller shells. Let's look and see. A battleship based on one of the variants of the 1938 fashion battleship design with an alternative set of main battery. Yeah, its main armament consists of 356 millimeter guns. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Armed with 12 300 and 56 millimeter main battery guns, rather low caliber for her tier. No kidding, it's a tier 10. They have decent accuracy thanks to improved dispersion and AP shells with improved ricochet angles. Well, that's at least something. Ship's also armed with a number of relatively fast-firing secondary guns. It has overall low survivability for its class and tier. Okay. Consumables are the strong suit of the ship, as she is equipped with an enhanced repair party consumable with reduced reload time. Okay. A choice between fighter, spotting aircraft, or surveillance radar in the same slot. And engine boost on a separate slot. Okay. This thing's got engine boost. This is interesting. Rhode Island's gameplay is closer to that of a battlecruiser, as she's mobile, can be very effective against destroyers, lightly armored ships, thanks to accurate, fast-firing guns. In close combat situations, she can maneuver through enemy torpedoes, while her secondary guns can also deal good damage, and surveillance radar can provide vision through smoke screens, blah, blah, blah. Due to the small hit point pool and weak armor, it's not recommended to engage in open confrontations against other battleships or to engage in extended fights. Okay. Okay. All right, let's look at these stats. So 74,100 health. Only 27 millimeter plating. So this is going to be like a Super Alaska, right? That's what I'm kind of getting in some ways. Main battery 3x4. So we do have a turret in the back, 356s, 21 kilometer range. Got 22% fire chance, okay shell velocity, reload time of 25 seconds. Okay. 1.7 sigma. That's not that great. That's not that great at all. All right. Yeah. Not good to see that. Airstrike. No, we're not worried about that. Secondary armaments, just got your typical 20 of the 127 millimeter guns. So here and there. AA defense, again, a myth. 8 explosions in a salvo, though. That's worth knowing. So this thing's 33 knots with a speed boost, mind you. 890 turning turning circle radius. Rudder shift 16.5. Concealment of 16.4. Okay, that's going to take you to only down to about like 13.4, so you're not going to have the best concealment in this thing compared to some other ships. So what do you got here? You got damage control party, you got repair party, engine boost, and in the 4th slot you can choose radar, fighter, or spotting aircraft. You got plenty enough range. You're not going to need the spotting aircraft that bad. So yeah, take radar. what is the radar? The radar is only 9 kilometer. Okay. Okay, radar is 9 kilometer. 40-second duration, though. Jeez. Okay. Well, there you go, folks. That's the... that's interesting. That's your dev blog for today with some new ships. Just to recap, American battleship at Tier 10, Rhode Island, which is going to have 356 millimeter guns in. So really, this is kind of like Florida at Tier 10 to an extent. That's what we're looking at. So we'll see how that works. And radar, by the way, and radar, because we need more radar in the game. That's the Rhode Island. At Tier 9, we got Pan-Asian cruiser Tianjin. I'm not sure about the point of this ship, but we'll see. We will see. You got 9 220s. It looks Russian in make, so maybe we'll have to find something similar to it. And then lastly, you got part of the new American aircraft carrier line that'll be coming out, which is the Tier 6 Independence. And it's going to be interesting. So fast aiming torps, and but not as hard hitting. That's the way I'm looking at it. So that's kind of it. But you're going to have 2 of your squadrons. Your bombs and your rockets are going to be more Russian-like because it's one big squadron, like one squadron of 5 or one squadron of 6. So there you go. In a nutshell, that is your ships right there. And that is the dev blog that was released today on October 4th, 2023. All right. Time to go play some warships. So we'll see you there.